All right. So on this episode, we're talking about the Georgia Veg Fest 2002. Going a little southern week. The Georgia Veg Fest.
I don't know if I can handle the Southern accent.
No.
I was
Should
not
I do it?
expecting that.
Should I do this the entire episode? Just
Oh, please don't.
I could say it's a little forced. And I could do is I could relax a little bit because actually when I was younger I had a bit more of
No.
an accent, so I kind of got used to not having one. But I could kind of bring it back a little bit if it makes you feel better.
Oh, David, please don't. Oh. I am not from Georgia. I
You are
am
not.
from South Florida, so I'm not really wooed by the Southern accent per se. And for anyone who is not a part of the United States, Florida, while in the South, is not Southern. There are Southern tidbits, but it is not a Southern state.
It's like along the edge you kind of count, but once you get down, it's like
There's,
you're your own country.
it's not.
It's not the same thing.
It's not definitely not where I'm from. So oh gosh, yes, the Georgia Veg Fest. It's our favorite day of the year. We wait for this day. It's like our vegan Christmas. It's when a bunch of vegan companies, restaurants, and merchandise companies come together and one in one place and they give you the best of the best, like their best-selling stuff, the things that they love to make. They bring to this one place one time a year. I wish it was two times. We should do like a spring and winter.
Ooh, yeah, they should have like an outside one and then like an inside
Come
one.
on.
Let's start a petition.
I need it. I need it. So I seriously, this is the one thing that one of the things during COVID that broke my heart was when this was canceled. So I was very excited this year because there was a new location, which meant it got bigger.
Oh yeah, more room, much more. Yeah, it's the
Yes,
past couple of years it was a bit small. There was one, wasn't there one early this year? It was like a mini one or something that was that way down
I
southish.
think so. There was like a little version of one, and it used to be called like wasn't Georgia Veg Fest, but what was it like
You,
Atlanta Veg
yeah, usually
Fest?
Atlanta they rebranded
Yeah,
Georgia. Yeah.
they rebranded. The new location is further for me. It's way closer for David.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
way
great
closer.
man.
It was great. I was able to get the. I was able to leave with all full and feeling gross and come home and immediately take a nap, and I did, and it was awesome.
That's amazing. I'm really jealous of that. Yeah, I had to drive pretty far, but it was worth it. I'm super excited. It was so good. I actually really liked this year as compared to the outdoor version that we had. Was it last year? Yeah. I wasn't a big fan of the outdoor option. I like it when it's inside. I like when you're like, just like surrounded by a bunch of people and it's like there's places to sit down and eat and you don't have to deal with the weather.
That's the
I
main
love
thing.
that. I love it.
Yeah, I just mean not know the weather. If it's cold or hot, or it doesn't matter. You can just. But in Georgia, it's either like annoyingly cold or stupid hot. It's kind of the modes we get.
Yes. And you can get there and it'd be cold and then when you leave it's hot. So
Yeah,
you never know.
never
You
know. It's
never know.
crazy.
But the presenting sponsor for this year's Veg Fest was Farm of the Free, and we have a whole episode that just went out to episode 75. And this is an amazing animal sanctuary that David's been to plenty of times, and I've
Quite
been
a
to
few.
once. So super excited.
I
You
even
guys
I
have
even wore
to.
the Farmer the Free hat while I was there. I took mine. Have
Oh, I still need to get something. I'm not really a hat girl, but I need a shirt or something. I'm not a
not hat girl.
no.
You got
I'm
that
a bad
long, beautiful,
hats.
flowing locks. You got to keep it
I gotta keep them
exposed.
up today. They're killing me. Yeah, everybody who's watching. Oh crap!
Just breaking
Everyone
stuff
who's
on.
watching the video of this, I have my hair up in my signature bun because it's driving me nuts. But I'm getting a haircut on Friday.
Ooh.
I'm excited. My first one in over a year. Ooh, let's go.
You get like dyed different colors and stuff and get all crazy with
I
it.
am gonna get some color in it, but it's not gonna be any funky colors, I
Oh,
don't think. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
little
So
just
I
dye
may
hair
look different
green.
next time we have a recording, but
That'd be
right
cool.
now Oh my gosh. I just want to dive in because I actually have a little snack that I'm going to have during this
Oh,
episode.
so you get
And I'm
excited is what it
like,
is. Just like, will
and
we
I love,
start? Because
I'm stupidly made it the last thing we talk about too. Like, why did I do that to myself?
we can shift it if you feel like.
It's dumb. So dumb. Okay. I do want to give some shout outs to the speakers. We did not have time to go see some of the speakers, but I wanted to open up that link, David, if you want, and we can kind of just say their names to give them some extra publicity. So if you didn't get to see these speakers at Veg Fest, you can look them up online and see what they're all about. So there's Allison Dabbs, V.
Yes.
Lynn
I
Hawkins.
wish I'd known she had spoke. I like Allison. Allison's really sweet. I've met her quite a few times. She actually used to run. She actually started. Remember that vegan cheese that you looked at? That actually.
Oh,
I can't remember now for some reason. Save my life.
I can't either.
Abundance.
Oh man.
Pure.
Yes,
She
pure
actually started.
abundance.
She actually started Pure Abundance Cheese and ended up being bought. She does. She has a whole other company she runs now.
Oh, she
Um,
was the MC for the day too. I like
yeah,
that.
yeah. She's awesome. I like Allison. She's absolutely a sweetheart.
Amazing. Then there was V. Lynn Hawkins. She talked about growing your business in a vegan world. Oh, I like that. There was Katya Gorbacheva, which was a woman that we left a business card for. She is I think she was the vegan bodybuilder that we
Yep.
saw at Veg Fest. And she also talks about growing your business in a vegan world. It was a panel discussion. So she looks like an amazing woman too, and we hope we can talk to her soon. Then there was Mikey, I'm gonna say because there's two E's,
Mhm.
Iago. Um, and then there was Zoe Rosenberg. Oh, and she has a little like chicken in her hand. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Kathy Hester gave a cooking demo. She looks like a lovely lady. I'm so sad I missed some of these people. But there were even more. So there's Tabitha James. Oh, sensible vegan. We talk about her. Oh my gosh, she makes good stuff. Oh, and we hope we can get her on the podcast too, because I'm going to tell you right now, she is the banana pudding queen.
Mm.
So, oh my
Oh
gosh,
yeah,
I
that was
love her
so
so
good.
much. There was Milton Mills, who's a doctor. Oh, I love
I wish
that.
I'd seen him too. I wish I'd. Wish I'd. Some of these wish I'd gone to. Just didn't have any time.
I know. We were there forever. Once we tell you guys our strategy for how we handle Veg Fest, you'll understand why we didn't have time to go to see speakers. And then they had Shayla Tomes Withers, um, Daniel Austin, who was also a vegan bodybuilder that we
Mm.
left a business card with too. And then Leah Garces.
Garcias.
Am I
Yeah.
doing horrible with that? Yeah. She works for Mercy for Animals, and all of these people look amazing. So if you didn't get to see them at Veg Fest, I said their names. So you can go learn about them and see what they're all about, and give them some more love, because I'm sure they didn't get enough people at their speaking events because there was so much to see. When I got there, I noticed that there were food trucks out front. And I was like, ooh, I better check them out when I go to leave. Did I remember? No,
No.
sure didn't. And then I go to leave and it's one of my favorite foods of all time. And I was like, I can't. I am overflowing right now. We do have to talk about them though.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Uh,
so jealous. So I want to tell you guys our strategy. This was David's idea, but it's also how I've always done Veg Fest as well. So the first lap is just to see what's out there. Who's here? What do they have to offer? What do they bring? Because if it's a restaurant, they don't bring their whole menu. They just bring like three or four of their favorite things. So your first lap is just to see what's out there. Did we stop and buy something? Oh, we sure did. And we will talk about the one vendor who got us to stop and buy
On the
something.
first round, we weren't doing first round buys, but we were
Nope,
like, wait, wait,
had
yeah,
to.
we'll
We
get there.
had
We'll
to.
get there. We'll get
We
there.
had to. We had to. The second lap is all about food. So we just gorged on food. We just bought as much as we could, ate as much as we could. I brought a bag, which is like this is my Veg Fest tip for any festival, I guess. I bring a bag and I bring a thing, like a Tupperware, an empty one. So if there's anything I can't finish, or if I want to just like take a bunch of stuff home, sure enough, I used all of it.
Well, yeah, because
Couldn't
you take
finish my
two
mac and
bites.
cheese. I am.
You
I'm
take
such a baby. My stomach is like
every,
this little small inside.
every
It's
time
like,
we
oh,
like
you took a bite?
every time we eat anywhere, you like take two bites. I go, oh, that's right. Like she doesn't eat anything.
I don't understand.
I don't know. It's like I felt the first time I ever knew this about you, considering I've known you for so long, was when we it was during
Right.
COVID when we met up for I can't remember where we were going, but
Oh,
we went by
Dolce
we went
Vegan,
to
I
Dolce Vegan. I can't
think.
remember what we were doing after. I went to Dolce Vegan, and then
Yeah.
we got like the breakfast sandwich. You ate half of yours, and I was like gone. I inhaled mine. I looked over, you were like wrapping it up. I was like, "Are you throwing it away? What are you doing?" You're like, "No, I'm full." I'm like, "You ate half a biscuit. Like, what
I
is going
could
on?"
barely eat the first half.
Oh my god! I just keep. I'm
Listen.
just. I'm you. I Hoover. I just go and go and go.
Oh, I am so jealous of your ability to just eat like that. Oh, I'm so
Oh
jealous.
come on!
It's insane. I love it so much.
I
So our
gotta.
second lap, we ate a bunch of stuff. We're going to tell you all about the things we had. Then our third lap was like merch if we wanted to buy anything, and then more food. Because there's always more stuff that you would find along
Always.
the way that you didn't notice maybe, or like, oh, remember that place. So we have, I think it's 18 different vendors we're going to talk about today, but all of them are amazing. Just because we don't talk about you doesn't mean we don't love you. It's just we couldn't talk about everybody.
Yeah.
So
These are mainly the people. These are
um
mainly the people or the companies we interacted directly with. So we have
right,
firsthand knowledge.
right. Yes. So David, tell us about the one company that got us to stop.
Yeah. So as again, we were like, what's our strategy? Like I said, do some laps, figure out what we're doing, figure out what we like, and then food and then merch stuff. As we're walking through, we kind of walked down the first aisle, getting about 2/3 through the second aisle, just looking around, and you went, "Oh wow!" or you went, "Oh," and you went, "Oh." I went, "What?" And all I saw was, I think it's actually, I keep calling it dairy. I think it's dairy because it's e with umlauts over it. So
Right,
dairy,
right.
and it was like the dairy cheese. I was like, oh, move, move, get in line, get in line, get in line, get in line. Dairy cheese, easily. I mean, it's hands down one of my favorite vegan cheeses. I can't
Absolutely.
even
Absolutely.
over
I can't
Miyoko's.
even tell you what would be better. I can't tell. And you could call, I like that you said dairy because it never occurred to me. I just call it dare cheese,
I
but
did
that's not
I
correct.
did too. I did too until oh my god,
Just,
Craig, the gentleman at
I feel so
Farm of
dumb
the
now.
Free mentioned he's oh you talking about the dairy cheese the dairy cheese. I went, oh, cause them is dairy.
I
Um
feel so dumb right
Easily,
now.
I've been calling dairy
That
cheese so long.
never occurred to me.
Same.
Okay. Oh God,
So
I have tears because that made me laugh so hard.
but
Well,
it's
I'm not observant.
I didn't even realize like, oh, it makes sense now. But
They're
easily
so
so
good.
good. I would put it above Miyoko's, above all of them. They're
Yep,
actually out of
me too.
Asheville, and they're hard to find. There was a place in Atlanta called Nuts and Berries, I think it's called, and they either are
Yes.
going out or have gone out of business. So I don't know where else you can find them. Hopefully, we can find a spot to get it. But they actually
Um,
had cheesecakes this year that didn't have them last year. And I think they had the cream cheese spread. Can't remember.
they did. They
Okay.
had cream cheese because you debated on getting it from
Yeah.
what I remember.
Right. But the
Yeah.
cheesecakes were new.
So, oh,
Oh
oh,
man.
I had cheese and crackers 2 days in a row now.
Oh man.
So let me tell you which ones I got.
Yeah,
I got pepper jack. You taste a lot of pepper and the pepper
it's
jack.
really
It's
good.
really, really good. My husband loves this one. Balsamic fig. It is so good. It's not very like super flavorful. It's super creamy and it's just like that perfect hint. I love it. But the winner, oh my God, the caramelized bourbon pear wedge
I
cheese.
haven't had that
Just
one
those
yet.
words. Caramelized bourbon pear wedge. You get all of that. You get a lot of bourbon, which is like fun to have, and a cheese. We don't get the most creative vegan cheese in the world, right? There's not a lot of like that kind of extreme combinations, but it's delicious. I'm straight up just crackers and cheesing it the last 2 days. I can't control myself.
I don't blame you.
I want more.
Like, go ahead. I'll entertain everybody while
Um,
you're gone. Go ahead and go ahead and get some more.
cheesecake was good too. I got the peach cobbler cheesecake.
Mm.
Delicious. I love the combo. It was almost like I got two desserts at the same time, right? Peach cobbler on top, cheesecake on the bottom. That's why I picked it because I was like, it's kind of the same thing. So loved it too. Really, really good. So I can't, no complaints.
How can you?
I'm
I
like
got
gushing.
I got the cheddar. I think it was like the American
Mhm.
cheddar. I think I can't remember. It's something cheddar. Remember, I got the cheddar. Um, great, creamy, spicy. Got that sharpness to it, which is awesome.
Ooh.
I put it on. I made like a little veggie. I made like a veggie burger with the no meat, the no meato
Oh,
burgers.
nice. Yeah.
Really good. And then wait, the other cheeses are soft cheeses. There's no hard
Yes.
cheeses, all soft
Yes.
cheeses, but still, it's amazing. And also, then I made the other night. I think and then like the next day for lunch, I made these like tofu tacos. I was in a rush. I was like, I want something quick. I don't have time to make.
Ooh.
So I had some marinated tofu in the fridge. I just cut that up, air fried it. Some corn tortillas. I put like a little bit of that cheddar on the bottom. Tofu, a little bit of salsa. It was
Oh my
phenomenal.
gosh.
I haven't had the other cheeses yet. I'm saving them. Gonna be have me a little snack and wine situation this weekend. But I got the caramelized the bourbon pear as well. I also got.
It's so good.
I'm looking forward to this one. I have the strawberry jalapeno, which I haven't tried yet.
Yes, I need to know how that is because that sounds
It
amazing.
does. I love
Oh,
sweet and spicy. That's all. I have pineapple and jalapenos on my pizza. All right.
oh, I love, love.
It's a sweet, it's a spice. It's such a great mix.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because like it's basically sweet, spice, and savory with the cheesy. It's like it's awesome.
You can't go wrong.
Can't. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna get
gonna
some.
be so good. Oof.
I got that. I got the French onion. My brain stopped. Uh, cream cheese.
Okay, yes.
I was like,
I was like,
wow.
what is he trying to
Yeah, I don't.
say?
I'm gonna switch my breakfasts up next week. I'm gonna use that and some bagels.
Oh, yes,
Those like
yes.
tofu
That's a
bagel.
great combo. I
Oh
should have
my
gotten
god.
that too because Todd loves a good French onion soup. So he would have loved that.
Oh, and it's got like onion. It's got like pieces of onion, like little. Oh,
Yes.
it's so good. And I got the chai cheesecake.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Yeah.
it's so hard not just like eat. It's rich. It's very rich, but
Yes.
it's hard not just go to town. So I basically a couple of times a day I would go by and I get a fork and just get a scoop and then I walk
Yep.
away from it. I have to put it back in the fridge. And go nope, nope, no, no. Gonna leave this for later. It's. I mean, and we're I have to be clear. We're not overselling this. If you can find the
No.
dairy cheese, Dare, but the E has umlauts. Cheese based in
Yes.
Nashville. If you can find it or get a hold of it, there is no reason not to.
Oh my gosh. I hope that someday it is readily available for everyone to have because it's truly the best vegan cheese. So we'll move on. Gosh, we could just gush all day. And
Oh,
also
okay.
super nice people that
Oh,
were
absolutely.
selling it. Incredibly nice ladies that we talked
Yeah.
to. So
And we will be
love
we will
them
be reaching out so we can have them on the show. We can talk about their process and how they came up with everything too. Because
and fangirl like absolute morons,
oh
but
yeah.
it's fine. Okay. Then we went to the Power Plant. So this is a Black and Latina woman-owned 100% vegan pop-up restaurant. And we both got something completely different. So I got vegan calamari with like this mango chutney sauce. Mm. I had a little bit there, took it home, had some more the next day. It's so good. Oh, it's really good. But I want to talk about David's cake. Please tell me the
Yes.
cake.
So I got the citrus and olive oil cake.
Mm.
It was awesome. It was how big? I think it was probably about 3 to 4 inches around.
Yeah.
About three, probably closer to three, maybe 2 to 3. Um, and it had like this little powdery, sugary stuff on top. It was
Yeah.
and like a little bit of flowers on top. You used to have flowers on top of it too.
Yes. They had edible flowers in mine
You were
too.
so
Let me tell
excited
you
about
how
that.
nerdy I was
I was like,
about that. Like,
flowers.
why was that so cool to me?
Uh,
So stupid.
and it was like it was weird. It was like the cake itself was dense when you like put your fork into it, but it was like buttery and kind of like just melted.
Creamy and
It was
oh,
weird.
silky.
It's like
Ooh,
if it was like a really thick cheesecake kind of a feel on the fork,
oh, that's a good way of putting
but
it.
it was cake. It was actually like cakey, and it just kind
Yes.
of just melted. It was so good. And it was like citrus, like it was like citrus botanical.
Super citrusy, which was really, really nice. You could smell it, like when you could smell
Yeah.
oh God, it's going to be good.
Oh yeah. It was one of those like we just gotta like we had to stop and like take some bites. It was so good.
It was
Yeah.
really,
There
really
was
good.
there's a few things I had here and there that I'm like it's okay, but or like there's a couple things like I'm not even put on my list. I'm like I wasn't a big fan of. But this is there's nothing it's okay but about this. I wish
No.
I did a couple things. I wish I'd have gone back and tried other stuff but I
Yes.
actually did get full at some point. So
Yes, yes. Oh God, if I could have bought more, I would have. But these are also amazing people that we talked to. So hopefully we can get them on the podcast as well. They were very excited to talk about podcasting in general. So wonderful conversation. We had a great time with them. Next is Lemon Smashers. This is the second year in a row that we have gone to this booth, and we've made it a point because it's so good. And when you see a price tag for lemonade at $9, you think that's a lot. No, because it's so big.
it's
Like
like a
uh,
32 ounce like
I
thing.
have this cup, it's like this big basically of
Yeah.
lemonade and this much around too. What one I got the strawberry. We both got the strawberry berry
The
one,
the the the
right?
the, the straw raz. It was strawberry and raspberry.
Yes, there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
It was tip good. Sorry.
It was so good. It was so good. I just don't like mint, and a lot of them had mint in them. I don't like
Yeah.
any. I like a mojito, but I
Right.
don't like
Yeah, because
lemonade with mint.
there was
Ugh.
mint, there was basil, and then there was like plain. Uh,
Yes.
it's typical like lemonade. It's like they have a little machine that smushes the lemons, and then they put like all the little seasons in it. Then they shake it up.
Hmm.
It's just it's and you get a lot for the money, and it's really simple. It's whole ingredients.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yes, fresh ingredients. And I really think the raspberry puree that they put in or whatever it is, like it really elevates it. It
Oh
is
God, yeah.
beyond. It's so good. I brought it home because I couldn't finish the whole thing on my drive. And my husband was like, "Oh, that's mine." He took it from me. I was like,
And
"Oh,
leftovers. All right.
oh gosh." All right, who did we see next?
We have Tommy's Holiday Fun, who we've actually had on the show before.
Yes.
Always a pleasure meeting with them. I got a I so all their booths. His wife and everyone. I apologize for not knowing names. I'm terrible with them. We will have them on our list here. We'll make sure we tag
Yes.
everybody's names and stuff. But um, his wife does like she makes these little clay ornaments and these little clay
Yes.
little statues and stuff. You got a tree ornament, I believe, correct?
I got like it's a little owl with little trees next to it. It's like a little snowy, wintry scene, and it's a little ornament. So it's on one of my small trees. Because every bit of money that give to Tommy's Holiday Fund goes to their organization. So buying these cute little ornaments is basically a donation. I'm trying to find which episode he was on.
And I got that she made these little blue these little dogs of Tommy and they're painted blue. So I
Yes.
got one of those, and actually it's actually on my mantle now, next to I have this little candle thing in my fireplace mantle. It's up there. And just a reminder, Tommy's Holiday Fund is essentially you can go listen to the episode and find out what the whole story we have with
Episode
him.
54. I just found it.
Thank you. Episode you guys,
They're a nonprofit where if you have a animal that has an emergency vet bill that you can't afford, they will help you find donations to pay for that. They do a lot of like donating, like getting people to donate to them. And then they also do specific donations for you where they'll put like a post up and ask for your specific animal. But we had them on to talk about Tommy. So he was, I'll quickly say, was just one of their like a pet that they had that they loved dearly. They had a big medical bill that they had to to have for him just to save his life. Like it was super important that they needed to have this medical treatment done for him. And they struggled to pay the bill, and but they were able to, and they were like, wow, we're so fortunate that we can pay this bill. What about all the families that can't? And like their pet suffers or their pet has to be put down because they can't pay that bill. What if we started a fund in honor of Tommy in order to help those families so that they can keep their animals alive for longer? Incredible organization. We were so happy to see that they had a booth there again this year. There's ways to donate. You can buy the same kind of cute little ornaments that we just bought. And there's all kinds of information in episode 54. Is that what I just said? 54, yes. Love
Absolutely.
them.
Yeah, again, that's I love. When I saw them, I was like, we gotta say hi to the side of them before we leave. And of course, get a little something to
Oh,
help everybody out.
and I love that
Um,
every time I walked by, there was somebody there talking to them.
yeah.
Oh my God, I love that because you're spreading the word about this great company. So that's amazing. All right, next is Firestorm Books. This was the cutest booth. I would have bought more, like one of their cookbooks, but I have so many and I need to use them more. So I was like, I'm not going to waste. But they had a lot of children's books, and David bought one.
Yep. A friend of mine, her daughter is three. She's like 3.5 now. She turns four actually very soon. And I got her like a book. It was like a dinosaur, like called we don't eat our classmates.
It was so
It was
cute.
cute. It's essentially like a dinosaur starting school for the first time and learning how to interact with classmates. And I love that and it's thing about Firestorm Books is they're considered like a radical book publishing or book company. So all their books are like they have books on veganism, they have books on like
Yes.
inclusiveness. Like there's ones that's like your body is perfect type of stuff.
God, it was
Um,
beautiful.
there's a lot of these children's books touch on very sensitive topics like race relations and
Yes.
there's one that like I showed my friend and I was like she saw it I was like you probably shouldn't get this for a 3-year old because it looks really cute but the whole story talks about where dairy comes from in a way that's probably not a good story time bedtime book. It was
Right.
like the cow taken from his mom, and you have to help a maid
Mhm.
help it find its mom again, and it goes into the slaughterhouses, and it's very, very honest in a kid way,
Yes.
but it's not like a let's go to bed and read about this thing in a way. Um, but yeah, they don't have just kids books. They have cookbooks. They have other books that are focused on revolution, focused on
Mhm.
being again, uh, 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 um, not anarchy, but kind of like fighting the man. That's put it.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
very like very focused on stuff that we consider more of the progressive side.
Yeah. It was pretty amazing. I loved the children's books. If I had someone to buy them for, I would have. There was one that I keep thinking of because I thought the title was so cute, but it said Tofu Takes Time.
Oh yeah,
Because it does take time, right? So I'm assuming the book is about, learning patience and making food from scratch and all of that. But such a cute company. So look for Firestorm Books.
absolutely.
Next, listen, this was one of the longest lines and worth it. Okay. Soup King. He's also a pretty cool looking guy. Everybody at that booth looks like somebody that you would want to hang out with and like learn from. They have food. They had amazing looking food, and David got more mac and cheese. We're about to talk about more mac and cheese, like
Oh
two
yeah.
two more people down because we can't control ourselves. But
Oh my God. So like it's yeah, because like their mac and cheese is different than the one we're talking about here in a little while. For so vegetarian, we talk about not gonna get to them yet, but so vegetarian they're kind of known for theirs. Theirs was interesting because theirs they used a cashew cheese as opposed to which is different from so vegetarian.
right.
And I think it had like a curry kind of a coming to it. Of
Ooh,
course, their whole thing was a bit Caribbean vibed anyway with all their food.
mhm.
And it had like a curry turmeric kind of a flavor to it.
I love
It was
that.
really good. It was different. It definitely had different texture to it. Think about there's a few places that had mac and cheese, but like I only have so much room for mac and cheese.
Yes.
So I saw theirs. I was like, it looked really good. It looked kind of like all
hmm
baked in like Like I don't like runny goopy mac and cheese. I like baked
Yes.
sticky mac and cheese. So like
Yes, I
yeah,
agree. I
that's my
agree.
jam. It was really good. It was definitely one of my favorite macs and cheeses.
Next time I really need to try the corn soup that he is famous for. Like he's the corn soup king, and I've never tried the actual
No,
corn soup. I've only had this smoothie.
I have because I don't like soup. I like stew.
Yes, that's true.
I don't like
But I mean, if
watery.
he's the king, we've got to
That's
try
true.
it one time. We
That is
have
true.
to. But I posted about Corn Soup King and his pineapple smoothies and coconut water on our Instagram, and somebody commented and they were like, oh my God, they were amazing. Let me tell you, that line was long, but everybody stood in it. Nobody cared. It was worth it. So good.
I would
So
say, and I'll tell you this: when I got home, first off, I kept my little pineapple, put it in my bag, kept it balanced. I got home and I cut that thing up and ate all the pineapple on the inside of it.
good.
I
I
was
ate it too.
all over my face, all over my hands. I literally just stood in my kitchen with a cutting board and I just cut it in half. I cut all the pieces out. I stood over the sink, just inhaling,
Yeah,
just
because there was a
eating.
ton left in there, right?
Yeah,
Oh, so good. So good.
it was awesome.
Uh, I want one right now,
I
to
do
be
too,
honest with
actually.
you.
Uh,
And I can't make it myself. It's just like it was special because he made it.
it was just like, oh, pineapple sounds so good.
Oh, it is. It's the best. I love it.
Um,
Um, oh, the next one is all you.
yeah.
I didn't try this. I want to hear about it.
So the next one is Big Fields. They did a vegan honey made from dandelion. They used the entire dandelion to make it. There's also like a little bit of citrus added in there, a little orange lemon added
Ooh.
in there. Really good. I actually bought a bottle of it. I don't use honey a lot. I'm gonna use it and again, once I use honey, I always use a vegan honey. I don't use
Right,
bee honey.
obviously.
Just nobody at me. I actually haven't used it. So I've used there's one we used one called Bee Free that was made from apples. I couldn't find it, and then Kroger started carrying a vegan honey, so I started using it to make like breads, put it like on sandwiches, like peanut butter
Hmm.
sandwiches. Growing up, it's good. Um, this was actually a big container, but it's a pretty big container of it, and
It
it's
was
good.
pretty big,
It
yeah.
was good. Definitely had a bit of a botanical kind of a flower flavor to it.
Mm.
Um, so it's obviously wasn't. It didn't have like 100% honey on it, but using in
Right.
tea and baking and stuff like that, it's gonna be awesome. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, they also had a molasses as well.
Ooh, yes.
I didn't ask. I wasn't sure because molasses is known for having a very high iron content.
Mm.
Molasses is a suggested supplement if you have an iron deficiency.
That's
Um,
interesting. Didn't
I
know that.
yeah, and I didn't check to see. I didn't ask him about that at the time. I could message him and ask if it's a good supplement to replace it or not. Um, but yeah, if you need like a kind of like a deep, rich like molasses flavor, it's a great option. I like the molasses. I just wouldn't use it, but the honey I
Right.
would use, and I'm almost out of my Kroger's honey, so like perfect. Um,
Yay. So that's Big Fields,
Big
which is a
fields.
great name.
Yeah.
Love it. I'm into the names. Okay,
Okay.
let's talk about mac and cheese again. It's ridiculous. Okay, listen. I have never gone to a veg fest and not stood in line for the sole vegetarian mac and cheese. Um, it is my favorite mac and cheese. They use a nutritional yeast base, and it is so freaking good. They put love into their mac and cheese. Like it is divine. And there wasn't a line this time. Walked right up. I was like, this is happening. One time I freaking stood in line for like 20 minutes for this mac and cheese. This time I got to walk right up. Ah, lucky,
It was so
lucky.
good.
We both got mac and cheese, didn't we?
Um, yeah. Oh yeah, bro, got a big old thing of it.
Yeah. And then I put some in my Tupperware because I couldn't finish it all. Oh, surprise, surprise.
Yeah,
But
it's
they normally have like collard greens and barbecue, like tofu and stuff like that. It's very Southern style food. Love their restaurant too.
yeah,
Super good stuff.
they're kind of known in Atlanta for like their southern soul. They're like their soul food because soul vegetarians. They're known for their soul food. Instead
Hmm.
vegetarian, but they're a vegan company. I think they were
Yeah,
vegetarian at one point. Um, and then kind of like V Green has like vegetarian in their like main name,
right.
but they're all vegan. So vegetarian, I think they started out vegetarian. They had some options, and I think they're all vegan now. So
Love them.
all very good.
Um, Gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, the next one is the Sensible Vegan, who we talked about earlier because she was one of the speakers. She has the most amazing banana pudding. It is from heaven. It was so good. David ate his right then and there. I waited till I got
I ate
home.
half of it.
Okay,
I
whatever.
saved some for later.
Ah, I ate mine almost immediately
It
when I
was
got
really good.
home. It was so
It was
good.
all fluffy.
It was
Oh my god.
perfect. And I can't remember the last time I had a banana pudding. I truly can't. And I made mine even better because I had some True Whip vegan whipped cream that I
Mm.
put on top. Mm, wish I had that right now too. I'm really upset. But she's also a children's author. So I really would love to have her on the podcast to talk about her new children's book and also how the heck she makes this banana pudding. I mean, she doesn't have to give me the full secret, but come on,
Right.
something.
Just give us a little hint so we can.
Something. How
You're
can I
not in
replicate?
stores yet. You gotta give something we can keep. We can kind of like scratch that itch before so we get something here.
Right, exactly. Ooh, the next one's me too.
Yeah.
All right. Dulce de Maria cakes. I got the lemon and the carrot cake. They're little, so they're kind of like this big, I would say. They have icing on top of both of them, and it may be small in size, but they are rich, like thick, dense, yummy, delicious cake. I love lemon anything, and I don't really get that option very often. It's also a flavor that no one else in my family likes. So if I get a lemon dessert, no one tries to steal it. I'm stupid. But
I love
her
lemon cake.
cakes are so good. She has like this I don't know what to call it, like a tart lemon thing in the middle of the cake, just sitting on top, but like between the icing and stuff.
Like a
It's almost
curd.
like I guess it's almost like she zested it and made like a gooey, sweet mixture with the lemon.
That's
It's so like tart and lemony.
yeah.
Oh, it's delicious. You get a little bit of that in each bite. It's heaven.
It's a curd.
Carrot cake is really good too, but I can't control myself when it comes to lemon. So love this company. And she was a sweet woman, and her cakes look professional, like you could find them in Publix. So like her labeling and everything is super nice. Yeah, I notice those things as a marketing
Oh
person.
yeah.
So
Well, it's
yeah.
even like my friend, her daughter wanted a like a muffin or a cupcake, and that's where she wanted to go. She's like, she's like, we gotta go there. Like a little 3-year-old, like we're going to that place. They had the good ones. We're going there.
So
She
good,
was all
so good.
excited.
All right. Talloway Naturals. Okay, so
That was yours too.
I noticed this place when we did our first lap, and I was like, okay, I'm coming back here because it's hard to find good lotions that aren't that don't have animal products in them in some way. So I was like, I'm gonna go check this place out. They're all vegan, and they had like a lavender vanilla flavor. And I love that combination, which I know is super basic, but it's fine. It's
That's
whatever.
okay.
Um,
You're an average
that's
vegan.
right.
You can be basic. It's cool.
That's true. There you go. Ooh, I love that. But it's really perfect. Like the softness and everything was great. I definitely want to buy some more stuff from them now that I tried and I really like the quality. When it comes to like beauty products or bath products, I always like to try things before I tell anyone about them. Just so like, what if the consistency isn't as nice or like it leaves a weird oil or whatever, but this is really, really nice product. So Talloway
Yeah,
Naturals.
I use Mad Rabbit, which is vegan friendly, for my healing
Nice.
tattoo. For people who haven't
Oh,
seen it yet.
nice, nice.
Um, and I love it, but it's like kind of like it has a little bit of a film to it, and it's a
Yes.
healing ointment, so it's going to have a little bit of thing, a little bit to it.
Right.
So yeah, when it comes to lotions, like I have one I use that doesn't have a film to it, which is nice. I hate it when you have like
Oh, I
oiliness
do too.
or something on your skin. You're
Yeah.
like, more sticky. I hate that.
Yes, yes, yes. That's why I tried it out first, but I really, really like them. So
Yep.
Halloween Naturals. And then next we stopped by the Veg Johnson Journeys. So this looks like the cutest little company where you can go on vacation vegan
Oh
style.
yes.
Okay, so I was telling her, I'm like, it is kind of difficult as a vegan sometimes to travel if you're with like if you're going to a place you've never been, you have to do a bunch of research. You have to figure out where you can go. Like it can be a bit of a pain sometimes, but to like plan an actual vegan vacation where from the get-go the company is vegan, then I wouldn't have to worry about anything. There would be no like surprise, the excursion today is like horseback riding or something random where I'm gonna be like, no, I can't do this. It's horrible.
Right.
So like this is like so great. You could just plan it from the beginning to be vegan friendly. So we gave them one of our cards and we hope to have them on the podcast because I think vegan travel is really a cool concept to talk about.
Yeah, especially now we're going to exit we're going to exit the holidays, and we're going to be going to the spring and summer time coming here
Mhm.
next few months. So definitely getting into that mindset's going to be I think everyone's going to be useful for everybody.
And it looks like they had a bunch of vacations on the list that you could look at. So definitely want to promote a vegan travel company, get more of those out there. We stopped by one of the sanctuaries, Outsiders Farm and Sanctuary. They had a bunch of animals at their sanctuary, and they're not too far.
Bunch of piggies.
That is so many. And they're not too far from us. I mean, it's about the same distance as Farmers of the Free is. So, at least for me, it is. So we're definitely going to try to go out there, volunteer, maybe get them on the podcast. We talked to the owner of the sanctuary and just to see if we can get some more eyes on this adorable little farm and sanctuary. The piggies were so cute. They had like a it's like a poster board with like pictures of a bunch of their animals. Oh my God. That drew me like immediately. I was like, I say Peggy. So cute. They had like a bow-legged goat, and I was like, oh my God, how cute is that little guy? I just want to kiss him. He's so cute. Oh, I love goats. I have a thing for goats.
It's a goat.
I think I think they're cute.
That
I
but
love when they try to like headbutt you too. It's
that
like
explains Farm of the Free when you were like, "Yay, goats!"
I know I really was excited for the goats. I have a thing for them. They're really cute.
They are cute. I like their eyes. Their eyes are cool, but
Their
also
eyes
very
are
metal.
cool. You're crazy.
I have moments.
Okay, so I'm going to give like a shout out to a booth that we went to last year and got food from, but we did not stop this year. There was a long line and there was, a bunch of other things around. But I'm gonna say this word wrong. David, you say it.
Um, where'd you go? Me- melanated.
There you go.
Okay.
Melanated vegan.
I was
There you
like,
go.
that word
I
you
didn't
were?
want to. For some reason, too many A's was killing me. Melanated Vegan has delicious food. Holy crap. I stood in line probably 30 minutes last year and I was like, this is worth every minute of it. It was so, so good. Again, we didn't try it this year, but her food looked amazing. Every time I walked by, there was a huge line. So I love to see that that's continued in popularity. People are still going to this booth. If you can get this food anywhere in Georgia, you need to. Oh, so good. So much heart and love goes into her food. You can tell by looking at her, by talking to her, and by eating her food. So just wanted to give her a shout out. Oh, I'm mad at you.
So
David got to have my favorite food, and
I,
I did not.
I actually didn't go there.
No,
I did.
I thought that's
I
what
went
was in your
somewhere
hand
else.
was
Okay,
oh
but we'll talk about them. We've been there a few times. Was oh my god vegan seafood. And I think we talked about them before, I believe.
we have an episode where we talked about vegan seafood. I'll go
Right.
look for
So
that one too.
I've had
And
them.
we talked about them.
I've had 3 or 4 times. You and I went to one event. And we got just loaded down. Um,
You guys.
but they have vegan shrimp and fish and chips and crab
Yes.
cakes. Everything is amazing.
They
Um,
have vegan coconut shrimp, which is, as a girl from South Florida, is what I miss so much. That's my favorite thing. Whenever I was a kid, I would always get them. So I jumped at the chance to have the coconut shrimp. They have what was the fish is made out of like the lotus flower or some kind of flower.
banana flour.
Yeah, banana. Yeah. So good.
Yeah,
Truly, I would
it's
like
crazy.
punch David to get some more of this food.
You want to fight?
Let's go.
I
Um, episode Episode 67 is the one where we talk about Oh My God and how amazing their food is. And we also like literally talk about how we had every single thing on their menu. It was weird. They
It
were like,
was,
"You want what? Everything?"
yep.
Okay.
Like you got half and I got half. We just combined them. We're
Yep.
like, when our powers combined, we are full.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, we ate everything. It was so good. Oh my God, is a traveling food truck, like up and down the East Coast. So you have to go on their Facebook to figure out where they're going to be, and if they're anywhere near you, you go, 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 leave.
absolutely. I,
And tell them that we sent you.
right. I did go by a food truck because I'm gonna go to one. Well, let me back up. Let me back up. So, friend and I, we're heading out. My friend with the toddler, 3-year-old. We were like, let's go to food trucks, grab this. We're gonna have for like dinner, right?
Right.
So we're heading out. As we're walking out, these people walk in, and all I see is they had this like, look a coffee looking drink with chocolate
Yeah.
on the inside of it. Do you see this with the whipped
Yes, you
cream?
sent me a picture of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, with whipped cream on it. And I was like, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know where that came
Like a
from,
milkshakey looking thing.
but I'm getting that. I don't know where we gotta find that because that's going in my face. And so we found, actually it was at a food truck called the Bumbling Bee. It's a
Ooh,
vegan food
okay.
truck,
I'm gonna add that
uh,
to the list.
and they had this. It was actually like it's like this like blended drink, and you could do like a mocha.
Mm.
I can't remember. It was mocha, something else, and then there was like a chocolate peanut butter. That's the one that I got because,
Of
of
course.
course, chocolate and peanut butter, two great things that taste great together. Um, and I got that, and they had like they mainly focused on like chicken sandwiches and burgers, that sort of
Mhm.
stuff, fries and potato salad. I
Sounds
got
delicious.
I got the hot mother clucker.
Love that
It
name.
was a great. They had a mother clucker and a
That's
hot
so
mother
good.
clucker, which was just it was a fried chicken sandwich or a hot fried chicken sandwich.
Right,
Spicy.
exactly.
I got that one. It has like coleslaw on it. It had coleslaw and like
Oh,
pickles,
yes.
and it's like hot sauce, like mayo hot sauce thing on it. And then I
Love
got
it.
it with a side of potato salad. So I was like, I could get fries, but I was like, let's change it up a little bit.
Right. Potato
Um,
salad is so rare.
oh yeah, it was super good. It was nothing. The only thing I would have liked, I wish like that the patty was actually like cooked in the hot sauce. That's
Oh,
just a
not just
preference.
had it on it. Yeah, I
Right.
get
I think they have like the patty and then they just like put the flavors on top
that.
based on what's requested,
Right.
which I get. It makes it easier in a food truck. If it was a restaurant, it'd probably be a little different.
Right.
But if it was cooked with it, be good. But again, that's not a complaint. That's an observation.
Right.
But if you get a chance, if you see the bumbling bee, apparently they actually were from Colorado. They were also on Shark Tank, but they're from Colorado. They had a restaurant. They closed the
What?
restaurant down and turned it into a food truck, and they just like travel around. Um, but yeah,
That is so cool that they like that instead of a restaurant, they're just like, might as well just go venture off to different states and like, spread the word about our company. I love that.
they also complimented my tattoos, so bonus points for them.
Of course. Everywhere we go, you get compliments. Little
I'm
stud.
colorful. I'm pretty.
Colorful.
If I can't be handsome, might as well be pretty, right?
You're so funny. Okay, last but not least, we stopped by the Sweet Rain Vegan Bake Company, and there was a very charismatic woman that stopped me and said, basically, like a little vegan, like black market lady. She was just like, "Hey, I've got these secret things you can't get anywhere else."
Oh
And if you
yeah.
are watching on camera right now, she has the Cadbury plant bar that you can only get in Canada. Like, sneaky, sneaky, how'd she get that? She said she really went to Canada and got them. I was like, lady, what?
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
How is it?
So I got some. I haven't tried it yet. This is the salted caramel one. It's got almonds and stuff. So I'm gonna try a little bit of it on camera because I'm very excited.
Yeah. They
But it was like I was stealing. Oh, I'm gonna mess it up.
why are you doing that? They also had like cakes and cookies, and they had caramel. I'm going to get a caramel apple. I should have. They have caramel apples, which would have been really good. I should have got one of those. I love caramel apples. I've had them
Wow.
forever.
It's really good.
Those are good.
Ooh, it tastes very Cadbury too.
Ironically enough.
Hmm. They really were able to keep their like signature chocolate flavor.
Hmm.
Interesting. Mm. It's got salted caramel that like kind of hits you at the end. Oh, that's really good. You can taste the little pieces of caramel that you're like biting into
Mm-hmm.
and the almonds too. Oh, it's really good. I'm so glad she was like, hey. And
Why
she
you
goes, you
walking
know,
by?
it's going to sell out and people are going to ask you where you got it. And I was like,
She
man,
was
you're really
selling it.
selling it. You
Yeah.
really got me. I was like, yeah, I want it right now, but I've saved it for this podcast episode so I can tell you guys how good it is on air. Ooh, so excited.
Happy, happy.
Yeah, so that was one of the last ones we went to. There was a bunch of other amazing booths. There were great companies that had cool shirts that I really
Oh my
wanted.
God.
There was one only zombies eat brains or something like that. I can't remember, something like
Yes,
that.
they said
Only
it said
zombies eat
only
humans
on-
or humans.
only only oh, only zombies eat their friends.
There you go. Eat their friends. There you go. Super cute. There was a bunch of things I wanted to get, but of course I had kind of overdone myself. My bag was very heavy by the time I got to my car. I had two bags full, really, but
Yeah,
um,
I don't get shirts because the shirts never fit me right, so they have to be very specific cut. So I
yeah.
really wish I could wear those shirts, but I just can't wear them.
It was amazing. Now we have to wait a whole nother year, and it makes me very sad.
Stupid time
Um,
being linear.
I know. I heard next year it's going to be in November, though, not
Hmm,
December. So that's cool.
interesting.
Pretty excited, whatever. I don't really care. I just want it. And if you're listening, Georgia Veg Fest, which you now follow us on Instagram, so maybe you are, please, we really would like two of these a year. Like, what
Right.
do I need to do? I'll pay.
The whole thing
I'll
you're
pay.
gonna fund the whole event.
No, I'll pay to get in. I paid $5. I'll pay 10. Like, come on. Please, I'm begging you. It just feels comforting to be able to go somewhere where you know everyone thinks like you and all the food is something you can eat. You don't have to ask any questions. You don't have to like be weary of things. Everything that you're getting is authentically vegan. The people are cool. It's just the best. I really enjoy it. So if we can, double it up, that'd be cool. This also makes me want to go to other states.
Oh yeah,
So we
there's
might have to go on some missions
look at
because we've
that.
talked about it in the past and we never went, but like Asheville and South Carolina, North Carolina, all over the place, Alabama.
Because the dairy cheese is made in Nashville. So
See, see, we could go on some little festival trips and go
ooh.
a little what's that place called? Gaunts, Johnson Journeys to some other festivals and
Oh
explore some
yeah.
other places.
Look at
There you
you.
go. There you
Yeah.
go. So if you guys want to hear about any of these companies that we talked about today, there will be links to all of their websites in the show notes. And where do you find those show notes? Oh, I don't know. You find show notes, links, and more at theaveragevegans.com. You can find our podcasts at Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Pocket Cast, or anywhere else you get your podcast fix. Make sure to leave us a review and recommend us to anyone and everyone. Of course, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at The Average Vegans, and we are posting more often lately, so give us some love. You can email us at theaveragevegans@gmail.com because we want to hear about your vegan story, your favorite vegan treats. If you went to Georgia Veg Fest, what was your favorite booth? Who should we check out? And all that stuff. So send us a message, let us know what's up, and that's about it for this week.
All right. And now that we're on YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe,
Yes.
click the bell, leave a comment, show some love there as well. And
Yes.
until next time, bye guys.
Bye.